Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a review and show you how to set up this KitchenAid semi-automatic espresso machine. So this comes with the steaming wand. There is a button right here. So to put the milk steaming wand in, you're just going to put it in until it kind of snaps. And then when you want to remove it, press the little button right here. Okay, so here's the Portafilter. It does come with 4 filters. So let me explain the different filters. Okay, so it comes with 2 double shot filters. You'll see one has just a single hole coming out the bottom and this has a bunch. So this is if you have freshly ground coffee, you're grinding it yourself, you're going to use this. This is called the double wall. So let's say you're buying some coffee that's already ground at an espresso grind, like this Cafe Bastilio, you're going to use this portafilter. And same with the single shots. They have the same double wall, single hole. But what I found is, so say I am grinding my own coffee beans, and sometimes dialing this in can be a little tricky. I have found even if you're grinding your own coffee, you can use this double wall, and it does seem a little be a little less forgiving. So I really like this portafilter. It lays flat so that we can tamp it, and it comes with a very nice tamper, nice and heavy duty. So we do have a drip tray. So you're going to have, this drip tray is very important. It is going to fill up with water just because the machine produces steam, and this little part that goes back in there is going to catch a bunch of water. So there is a little red thing that's going to pop up to let you know when this is full. So be careful. This has got hot water in it, but you will have to keep an eye on this. And once in a while there is steam that comes out here. That is normal. Up at the top when the machine is on, this gets nice and warm. We can put our cups up here and preheat them. You know, I like to put my filters up here. Now around back there is a switch, so make sure you turn the switch on. It's got a nice water reservoir that you can take on and off. Okay, let's talk control panel. This switch here, you've got espresso. You press it again, you've got steam. That means steam's going to come out the steam one. Be very careful, it's very hot. Then you've got hot water. When you've got it in hot water selected, you can do 1 or 2. 1 is 4 ounces of hot water coming out that tube. 2 is 6 ounces coming out that tube. And go back to espresso. When you're in espresso, you can do a single shot or a double shot. Now this light here, this is when it's time to clean. So when it's time to clean, that light will come on, and then this is how you put it into cleaning mode. When you're ready to start the espresso shot, press that button right there. It is automatic in the sense that it will stop after it runs the certain amount of water through there for a double shot. But you can stop it early by pressing that button again. So there's the espresso shower head. Okay, so let's do a double shot. I'm going to grind my own beans. So you're just simply going to put it in here. It snaps in. When you want to take it off, there's a little spot right here to kind of pry it up. There's what the bottom, there's where it's going to come out. Now, dialing this in was a little tricky. I did find the Cafe Bastilio worked very well, but I've got this KitchenAid grinder here I'm going to use. And at first, I was grinding the coffee beans too fine. If you're grinding them too fine, it's just going to drip when it comes out. You want it to be a nice steady stream. So I found around 60. So this has different settings. You can go all the way to 70, which is really fine. But I found around 60 was just right. And it does talk about for a single shot should be between 10 and 12 grams, and 2 shots should be between 18 and 20. So I found that this KitchenAid grinder does exactly the appropriate amount of grams when you got it on 1 shot or a single shot. Now here's what the coffee should look like when it's ground. This is the grind that works in this espresso machine. It's not super fine, but it's not a medium grind either. So again, you may have to play around with it a little bit, kind of your grinder less fine, more grind to kind of get it just right where you need it. Okay, so I've got my filter in. Let's put it over here. Let's go ahead and do the double shot. Okay, again, that's just the right amount. I have weighted, it comes out perfect. So I like that this portafilter, it sits flat for easy tamping. So what I like to do is just kind of level this out a little bit, and then you're going to give it a nice even tamp, and then I kind of just turn it a little bit. Now we want to get that excess off, just kind of get the excess off, and then I like to give it just one more little tamp. Again, the tamper fits in there very nice. There's what it should look like when you're done. That's a little uneven of a tamp. So the tamp should be nice and even. It does sit down there below the top of it a little bit. Okay, so let's put it in. You're going to start off over here, but you got to turn it a little farther. You're going to turn it all the way over to you got to hold the machine, hold it over to here. Some espresso machines you stop right here, but this one you turn it all the way to the right. Okay, so I've got my cup underneath there. I got it on double shot. I've got it on espresso. The lights aren't flashing. That means it's up to temperature. If these are flashing, that means it has to warm things up. It doesn't take very long. Then press the play or the start button. And again, if you're getting big drips right here, that means it's ground too fine. That's exactly how it should look right there. And that ends up being about 160 degree double espresso shot. Again, it's automatic, so it is going to stop automatically. Again, there's our shot. Now I have to make a cappuccino or latte. That is way too strong or bitter for me to drink. Okay, so let's take our handle off, see how it did. There's how it did. It is nice having a knock box to get the puck out. There's what the puck looks like when it comes out. Okay, now we're going to steam some milk. So let's press it to the steam button. Now there's a different chamber in there. It's going to have to heat up the steam. So these lights might flash at you for a little bit, and then it's going to be ready to start. And you'll definitely get some steam coming out the drip tray. That is normal. And it kind of gurgles at you. Okay, so I've got it comes with this nice milk jug. I got the milk in there. You only got like forward and aft movement. It doesn't kind of articulate. So you're going to put your cup in there. Got it on steam. We're not allowed to select one or two. So you just press play. Now be careful, there is some really hot steam coming out. You're going to put it right below the surface of the milk. If you kind of hold this, be careful, this can burn you, but it'll let you know how hot the milk is getting. You don't want to overheat your milk. And just hold the tip of it right below the surface of the milk. That'll add some nice, rich, creamy foam to it. Again, be careful, don't get your milk too hot. Now you've got to turn the steam off yourself. So I've got there it is, it's nice and hot. I'm going to press the stop button. Okay, so there's my nice hot milk. Okay, so I can add my nice hot milk to it and with the foam in it. Again, I'm not an expert at this by no means. But it's kind of fun to play around with it. It does a really good job. So add your syrups to this. Add a little bit of white chocolate flavored mocha to this, and it tastes absolutely delicious. That's still a little bit bitter for me, even with the milk. But if you add some syrups, it tastes absolutely delicious. About a tablespoon. Okay, so we can also run hot water out that. We can press this to the hot water button. Now we can do 1 or 2. 1 is 4 ounces of hot water through there. 2 is 6 ounces. And again, when these are flashing, that means it has to warm up that internal water first before it'll start. But it's not going to start until I hit this button right here. So let's go ahead and hit play. Hot water is going to come out there. Now at first it will have some milk in it, just because there's milk around that steam tube. But you can see there's the hot water coming out. And I can stop that if I want, but it will stop automatically. Now milk will stick to this, but get you a nice towel that's wet. If your towel's really wet, you can get that nice and clean. So again, there's it just makes a really good drink. It does take a little bit to dial in. Again, that was mainly to do with the grind. I found that the tamping, as long as you're doing a nice even tamp, that's fine. The amount of coffee is important, but this coffee grinder gave me the exact amount I needed. But again, it was the grind I found to be the biggest key as far as dialing this machine in. So I really do like this KitchenAid appliance, this espresso machine. I think it looks really nice. I wish I would have gotten the red. This is the plastic black matte finish. It's very nice, but the grinder over here is a metal red, and they make this in a metal red. I think that would be absolutely gorgeous. But internally, they're all the same, whether it's the metal or kind of this plastic feel. I do think this is a very nice. The steam wand worked very well. This also does, they sell this milk frother separately. You can buy this milk frother that just pops in where the steam wand goes. It works really good too. It's got a little bit more cleanup. You're gonna put the milk around back. It sucks in the milk through that tube and comes out here. It works really well. I've got another video on how to add this to this espresso machine. And then I've got a video where I do this all in one with the espresso and the milk frother all in one. It's kind of a long video, but I do have a video that has this all combined. So again, it does come with this nice milk jug. I'll put a link to those are double wall espresso cups in the show description notes. Again, I got a knock box. I'll put a link to it also. This is a really nice addition for this machine. I did try all of these coffee beans. This is already ground. This worked really well. The whole bean Starbucks espresso didn't. I mean, it worked okay, but it didn't taste the best. These tasted really good, especially this Lava Laza, this Oro. But this takes a while to get off of Amazon. It took a month for it to come in. This one's readily available. These are very high quality coffee beans. Again, these are the whole beans that you put in here. Absolutely love this KitchenAid grinder. It works perfect. It seems like it was made just for this machine, but you can use it on other machines also. You can use this if you got a normal drip coffee maker. Just turn the selector over to like a normal drip, and it comes with a container. It'll grind the coffee right into a container. And again, the clean light. So I will be doing a video on how to descale this. That clean light's going to come on after so many uses. So I will show you how to use that, and you got to press the clean button. I did buy both of these products. All these products that you see here with my own money. I'll put links to them in the description. So if you see the little thing that says see more, if you click on that, there'll be like hyperlinks, like little blue links that link you to Amazon. I am an Amazon affiliate. If you click on the links, the product it'll take you to an Amazon page that shows you the product. Now the product won't cost you anymore, but I will, if you end up buying that product on the Amazon, I will get a percentage of the sale. That's a way of helping support my channel. Again, this one was tricky. When I first got it out of the box, I was having a hard time with it. It was just drip, drip. When it was doing espresso, it was just big drips. I'm like, oh, that's not good. It didn't taste good. But it was all about getting the right grind. And I thought the finer the grind was kind of be the better, but not for this machine. You are going to have to play around with it for a while. I had to play around with it for almost a day, and I made a mess. I had, I went through a lot of coffee beans. The drip tray fills up quite a bit when you're making espressos, quite a bit. So keep an eye on the drip tray. It did kind of overflow on me a couple times. But once you get it dialed in, it's very easy to use. You're going to remember what the grind, So once you get it dialed in and know what you're doing, it is a very nice espresso machine. But you're getting in, these semi-automatic ones, you've got to kind of dial them in first before you can kind of get really used to it. This is not the machine. If somebody has never done an espresso before, this may not be the best machine. I mean, they can learn it, but just being able to press a button or something and get an espresso, no, there is a little bit of work you got to do, and you got to fine tune it with whatever. You may have a different grinder. You may have different coffee beans. You may have different milk. So you do have to kind of fine tune it with what you have. And I just can't tell you enough how much I love this KitchenAid grinder. Not only does it look absolutely attractive, but it is very functional. Again, I got a separate video on it. I absolutely love it. So again, if you could, please like and subscribe. There is a subscribe button right below the video. If you click subscribe, and then there's a little bell, like a notification bell. If you click that, you'll get a notification when I release a new video. Again, thanks everybody. And if you could, please like and subscribe.